Bande Purushottamam and my heartiest Ranandit Jai Guru to one and all. Today we'll discuss about the literature of my beloved benign Lord Sree Sree Thakur Anukulchandra. Before this, we discussed about his birth, his childhood, and as a magical physician in a nutshell. Today we'll discuss about his literary works. Sree Sree Thakur did not have any intention to write any literature, but his divine aphorisms, answers, and solutions to the needs, quests, and problems of troubled and tortured mankind have become a vast, great literature. According to Sree Sree Thakur, what makes one luminous with an enthusiastic unfoldment of ideas that elate the mind with a pleasure push to service and success in the way of becoming by means and skill that operates with an uphill sensation is art and literature. Sree Sree Thakur's literary works includes Messages in Bengali prose form 11,164, Poetic verse 8,749, 180 letters, Messages in Hindi 14 verses, in English total 2,758 verses, and compilation of discourse in Bengali, total 40 volumes, and monuments of unpublished works. His messages are on all different topics, all subjects, interests, problems, and all aspects of human life concerning man's existence and growth. He talked on philosophy, on science, on sociology, on education, on economics, on dharma, on ideal, on love, on service, on politics, on law, on administration, on social activity, on conduct, on behavior, on varnashram, on culture, and on tradition, on eugenics, on genetics, on heredity, on marriage, on women, on conjugal life, on complex, on universal law, on the medical science, of the living and the non-living, of heaven and earth, and so on and so forth. There is no such topic which he has not discussed, analyzed, or elaborated. There is no ism which he does not fulfill, and he exalts everyone and all. He unfolds the latent potentialities of one and all and goads and guides them to perfection. His touching remarks, like a searchlight, swept over the heaven and earth and penetrated into the depths of existence. He talked about the world, old and new, past and present, and showed glimpses of the future that is to come. They are of infinite value so far as our life here on the earth and life eternal are concerned. He has unmistakably indicated the way to a richer and fuller life for the whole of humanity. In the year 1910, at the age of 22 only, Sree Sree Thakur, in the course of one night, wrote down Sutta the pursuit of truth, containing 417 messages in Bengali, unfolding everlasting life and light. Sree Sree Thakur has declared in clear and concrete terms that the function of dharma is to uphold, sustain, and nurture the all-round harmonious life and growth of the individual along with those of the environment. In fact, it comprehends the totality of life, individual and collective, with a meaningful adjustment of the past, present, and future. Dharma has nothing to do with escapism, isolationism, exclusiveness, overworldliness, and lack of enthusiasm, as is often erroneously assumed. Time and again, Sree Sree Thakur has asserted, illustrated, and demonstrated that God is one, Dharma is one, and the prophets are the same messengers. His life, his teaching, and preaching normally promote mutual understanding and amity. Sree Sree Thakur has shown and explained in details how one can grow in spiritual life through daily individual practices of prayer, repetition of holy name, meditation, propagation of Lord's message, devout offering, self-analysis, self-correction, formation of good habits, pure and proper diet, imbibing the character and conduct of the Lord, resisting evils, devotion to existential culture and tradition, and many other kindred points. His love touch has transformed millions into life divine and has exalted them to move ahead on the path of eternal being and becoming. He is the only way to love, life, and live. Sree Sree Thakur, in his clarion call, has declared, "Do never die, nor cause death, but resist death to death." At the age of only 21, Sree Sree Thakur said, "The degeneration of humanity began at that moment when the unseen God was made infinite, and ignoring the seeds, the worship of their saints began. O mankind, if you desire to invoke your good, forget sectarian conflict. Be regardful to the past prophets. Be attached to your living master or God, and take only those who love him as your own. Because all the past prophets are consumed in the divine man of the present." Reverend Dr. Kuhart, ex-Vice Chancellor, Calcutta University, after going through all the English sayings, has remarked, "Most of the pieces are so interesting, so nice, so charming, such brilliant ideas. I have looked at the verses and aphorisms with much interest and appreciate the elevated thoughts. I hope the book, when printed, will serve the purpose for which it is intended." All the dictations and messages were given in response to the needs for the existence and growth of humanity with the environment. The divine messages will guide and serve as a Magna Carta to influence and mold the course of human civilization towards a meaningful purpose, so that the kingdom of heaven may be established here on earth in all its glory and grandeur. Bande Purushottamam and Jai Guru. My heartiest prayer to my beloved Almighty Supreme Father to shower His divine love and blessings to us all and guide us to His divine path of love and eternal life. Salutation to fulfiller the best. Bande Purushottamam.